Hey everyone, Lauren Simons here, and in this short video, I want to walk you through setting up your on-screen characters from the EOS C700. The character system is pretty advanced, allowing you to control what information is being passed over which terminals, as well as meticulously controlling every little icon we see. So let's jump into these. First, I'm going to show you how to turn off and on specific characters on the display, as this will probably dictate who you do and don't want seeing these characters as a whole. Enter the main menu and go down to Monitoring Setup. Moving to the Surrounding Area, this is the first display option I want to discuss. What Surrounding Area does is show you a slightly wider field of view than what you are actually capturing when shooting in 4K or 2K. This allows you to, for example, watch for a boom microphone dipping into the shot and warn them before they actually get into the recorded area. I suggest having this on, so I'll set it to active. Then, we can choose how to define this surrounding area. Do we want to use lines? If so, we can also change the colors of those lines below. Or, do we want to use a darker opacity mask? I recommend the masking system, as the aspect ratio lines can be distracting. With that decided, let's now skip down to the real meat and potatoes of this menu, the custom displays. Underneath here, we can choose exactly what characters we want to see on screen. Now, a lot of these are going to be circumstantial icons, which means even if they say on, they will only show up if you've enabled that function somewhere else in the menu. For example, LUT. If you enable LUT here, this is just saying that when you're actually activating the LUT, a character will now pop up warning you that you're viewing a LUT. One of the things I recommend turning off is the exposure bar. It takes up a lot of real estate, and instead make use of the waveform and false color. An example of something I recommend to turn on is the OSD output. This allows me to know when I'm sending these characters out and over which terminals. So by simply looking in the viewfinder, the operator can tell if Video Village is also seeing the on-screen characters. One more really great feature is the built-in camera level. You have to go into Custom Display 2 and turn it on. Now, the camera will give you a bubble level in the viewfinder, helping for quick run-and-gun situations, especially on your shoulder. Now, once you've built your ideal character configuration, let's talk about who gets to see it. Going one step back into the menus, let's head into OSD output. Here, we have two options. Do we want the menus to go out of our video feed, which is traditionally our EVF, or do we want it to go out of our monitor and HDMI feed? There are two very important things to note here. The first is that the quad-link SDI outputs on the rear of the camera will never see any characters. These feeds will always be clean, with the exception that they can be LUTed. The second thing to note is that if you need to set your HDMI to be 4K, that feed will also never receive characters. The last thing I want to show you here is a little trick. I'm going to assign my number one function button on the EVF to toggle my monitor and HDMI characters back at Video Village. That way, if the DP wants to see the in-camera waveform or other settings, they can quickly be toggled on and off with a quick buzz on the radio. So, to do that, all we do is press and hold the menu button and tap the function button. I'm going to scroll up to OSD output, monitor plus HDMI, and select it. Now, I can quickly toggle the characters coming out of my monitor terminal at the press of a button. And we can keep track of the status utilizing the OSD output option I selected earlier. Setting up your displays so that everyone is happy on set is an invaluable tool that the EOS C700 offers, allowing filmmakers to have the perfect blend of tech and art while working. And remember, if you have any questions, call us at 1-855-CINE-EOS.